You know, I've heard the stories of your first winter as a full-time photographer and the challenges that come along with that. It all rings true. The stories are true. In February this year, I went to Amsterdam to get a little bit of relief from Vermont winters, and I was strolling through the Van Gogh Museum, and not only was I stunned by his incredible paintings, but I was really struck by the drawings that he made. So these sketches really reminded me of black and white film photography, and I knew when I got back to Vermont, I really wanted to make some work that was inspired by Van Gogh and his sketches. So put some HP5 in my camera, pushed it from 400 to 800 to get a little more contrast and texture, and headed out into the change of seasons. And during this time period of shooting, I really wanted to catch little moments of light here and there when I could. So, you know, I'd be at home getting ready to go to dinner with friends, and I'd notice some light out and about in the front of our house or anything, and I would just pull up the camera and take some photos. And I was able to catch these photos within the house of our little guest room that we had. Just random stuff thrown all around, and to see how that turned out. So, it's snowing / raining. I didn't think it was going to be happening again. But if you look out there, there's snow coming down. This is probably the last snow of the year, so I figured I was going to load up some HP5, ditch my previous plans for this Friday afternoon, and instead drive on out to the country, take some photos of the snow. I'm trying to photograph the transition from winter to spring. And this is like a disgusting, rainy, slushy shit. So, yeah, let's go photograph it. That's the shot I'm looking at. I've driven past this telephone pole in this field so many times at this point, and I've always thought, I'm gonna take a photograph of there. I'm gonna take a photograph, and I never have. But today things change. Already slipped in mud. So far and away the hardest part about shooting out in springtime like this, or sometimes in nature too, is just the lack of a definitive subject. In every photo I look for a subject of some sort. It's very hard to make a good photograph without a good subject. Like definitive subjects that stand out are really hard to come by. It's beautiful scenery, but it makes it difficult when you don't have, a single focus of the image. So that's kind of what I'm walking around looking for at the moment. These 4 trees here look pretty cool. I've driven past this place 1,000 times, and this is one of those moments where I am just beyond stoked because this is fucking better than I could have imagined it. Look at that. Come on. Like, come on. This place is beautiful. I was extra heartbroken at this last image. I was so excited to see this photo turn out, and this beautiful location that I've driven past so many times. And I advanced to the 37th shot of the frame on the camera, and my camera has a number for 37, so I was like, oh, sweet, I'll be able to shoot this. Turns out that doesn't really work out. Not on this camera, at least, and I learned that lesson, but ultimately, you know, to give it a try was better than to not give it a try, and I'm thankful I did. I just wish the photo turned out the same. So, until next time.